Hi guys, it's Mildred. Welcome back to my channel. Before I start my July Bujo plan with me, I wanted to do a little unboxing of a tea subscription company called Sips, where you get 4 types of tea for $15 a month. Here I have my June collection. If you guys are interested in joining the tea club, I have a $5 off coupon for your first order. Take the quiz and get your own personalized Sips box. And here are the following teas that I got with a disposable tea bags. I got organic mango moringa tea by Miracle Tea, Earl Grey by Ahmad tea, sweet matcha by Motion Matcha, Summer in Seattle by Friday Afternoon Tea. Out of all of them, the mango one was really calling my name because I love anything mango, and it does contain moringa, which is one of the world's most nutrient-dense superfoods, and it's rich in vitamins, minerals, and amino acids. And now drink up and let's start bullet journaling. So for this month's theme, it will be Marvel themed, and for my cover page, it's going to be the Endgame with Thanos and the 3 Musketeers of Captain America, Iron Man, and Thor. Here's just a little diagram of my spreads, and now I'm just gonna go ahead and start inking everything up. I didn't want this to be super detailed, and I just inked very little on the cover page. And now I'm starting up by watercoloring, and I've really been enjoying watercoloring rather than using my Supertips marker. This just gives me a lot more freedom to blend literally anything and everything and use a lot more colors to my extent. So I'm just recoloring the Pinterest inspo that I got and really layering it a lot because I don't want any of the water to be bleeding out through these pretty thin pages. And now I'm just layering the shadows right on top as it dries. I did add some yellow for the fire, blue for the mountains, and then I'm just scribbling some rocks and cracks and literally everywhere. And now I'm just bolding up the July text with a darker navy neutral gray color and making the sky a lot more night and murky and gloomy. And then I headed to my Sakura Pigma marker in the size 1, and this is actually not in fast forward mode. I really do like to make this a lot more sketchy and hatch like. So this is actually in real-time perspective. Oh, just kidding, not this one, because now I'm just scribbling lots of pavement cracks everywhere and some rocks on top of, or underneath Thanos. And then now I'm just using my white jelly pen marker and creating those lightning bolts for Thor and going across the July text and just randomly putting it everywhere throughout the spread. And then to end it off, we'll be just putting some stars in the background because it is night themed in the background. And I just ended it off with signing my little initials. And now next spread will be the calendar spread, and I did the Into the Spider-Verse with Spider-Man, obviously, and Miles, and the badass girl Spider-Man, or Spider-Woman, Spider-Girl, oops. And now I just kind of did really thick borders for the calendar because it is going to be a lot more comic theme for here. And then I used a thicker Sakura Pigma marker and making it more really in-depth. And then I kind of mimic the Avengers logo with adding the white lines to create an arrow. And I'm just watercoloring the background as well as the details of everyone's costumes, some shadowing, some bricking. And then I did fast forward on the dots on the background because those took a while. I was gonna plan on doing the whole spread, but that was gonna take forever. And then I just added the dates, and then it was pretty bland, so I added this very light sunset sky with a range of colors from pink, red, orange, and yellow, and it really does tie in the whole spread, which I loved and was not really thinking, so it was out of the blue. And on to my favorite spread, which is Iron Man, Tony Stark, and obviously this is a spoiler. If you haven't watched Endgame yet, well then it's your fault. But right now I'm just inking up Tony really fast with a 005 Sakura Pigma ink pen, very lightly, as well as his facial hair and all that. And on to the left side will be the mood tracker, where I put the infinity gauntlet and then put a lot of infinity stones everywhere, so a total of 31 of those. Erasing the pencil marks very lightly. I did want to keep some on to the right, and now on the left I'm just going to be coloring that a gold beigey color. And of course I did a bunch of layers. The first layer will be the first wash, and then adding some depth with some shadows just to create that depth. Repeating myself, but I'm adding color with the infinity stones, and then having the haze. And on to the right is actually going to be my habit tracker. I didn't put any words on it yet, but I will show you guys on how I'm going to imagine on putting these habits. But first I'm just putting the yellow highlights on Tony's face and his costume, or his armor I believe, and then his skin color, just making it a little light or bright because of the stones, as well as his heart. And now moving on to the red color and making it super washed out rather than super perfect and harsh. And my favorite part was just coloring the ambient infinity stone lighting. So I started with a light purple shade, moving on to a sky blue, and then coloring his hair very lightly and quickly. And I think my camera died, so I wasn't able to film this, and I didn't know it wasn't filming, so I did fill out all of the other colors. I do have a total of 8 color beams, I believe. Some ranges from the same color, but I did go ahead the next day and putting a legend on the far left corner for the infinity stones, and putting a cute little mood type apology in the middle. And then what I'm going to do for my habit tracker is just draw little infinity stones on the beam lights, and then numbering that with the days that I'm using with it. And moving on to the next spread, which will be my currently spread. I don't know how to call this, but I did use this on my previous June bullet journal with me, or plan with me. And I'm just using a film type of theme, And on to the right will be my expense tracker, where it's more of a comic book feel. I did put the Avengers on the top and then a cute little comic bubble that says expense tracker with some dots, and then I'm just quickly drawing up some little cartoons for on top shopping, left is eating out, and then right will be income, and I just colored that really fast. And then to the left was just my currently labels, and now I'm just filling up the legend, and later I will be coloring this a different color. So this is my before on my Studio Ghibli one, where I did the currently page. And then the last spread is my first week of July spread, and it is going to be Captain America and Thor. And I did skip the inking because I didn't want it to just roam through the whole video, so I did fast forward that, and now I'm just kind of watercoloring the basic colors: blue, red, light gray, dark gray, a little bit of black, and gold for Thor's hair, as well as brown for Groot's little stem arm for the handle, and keep watercoloring that. And then the end, or the cherry on top, is adding the lines for the days. I did a mix of blue and red just to really pull in the whole spread together. So this is the final bullet journal flip through of the month of July. Thank you guys again so much for watching my July bullet journal plan with me. I really love the end result of this theme. I just love how the colors really just pulled together, and amazing on how the actual bullet journal look like. I can't wait to be using it because I know the month of July is going to be pretty hectic. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment down below, and see you next video. Bye!